Hello to everyone, and nice to have you here. It's time for me to record the next speaking practice video, and it's now gonna be 71st speaking practice video, if be precise. And I think I need to be truth to myself and said that I haven't been recording speaking practice video approximately for 1 week. Yes, despite of the fact that I promised to myself that I will do this routine daily, but unfortunately, the circumstances happened in the way that it wasn't suitable, or I didn't have um, proper time to do it. So it doesn't matter actually because it was in the past week. What matters now is that I'm recording the speaking practice video now, and I will try. I will try. I'm gonna try to make this type of practice on a daily basis. If I wouldn't be able to do it daily, doesn't matter. What actually important is the fact that I'm still continue doing it. Better, of course, daily, but if it would be pauses or day after day or day after 2 days, it's not a big, how to say it, it's not a critical blow for my practice, for my language. It just would mean that I will move on not so fast as it might have been. Yes, if I would record the speaking video on a daily basis. But okay. Let's start. I think without further ado, let's start practicing and let's start answering on the questions that ChatGPT prepared for us. Before I start, I also want to say that I'm already now practicing C1 level of questions. I understand that I can't say that I'm very far away from C1, but uh, but at the same time, I surely don't dare to say that I'm close to C1. I think after a couple of years, yes, not months, years, I think after a couple of years, I surely will get to the C1 level of English if I will continue doing what I'm doing now. But now I'm somewhere approximately at B2 level of English. And what I want to do now, I want to fasten and secure my B2 level of English grammatically. Um, how to say it? Grammatically and functionally. Functionally, I mean, I want to know, not I want not only know grammar on at a B2 level of English, very good, but also I want to write, speak, write, and read and understand also everything um, very very good at the B2 level of English. Yes, and that's why I'm continuing doing this practice. I want to secure my speaking skills, my ability to speak at the B2 level of English. And for that, of course, I need to I need to exercise speaking, and that's exactly what I'm doing now. So yes, sorry. Without further ado, let's start answering the questions. Question number one: how do you usually balance planning for the future with dealing with everyday responsibilities? Um, I don't think I'm balancing it. It's quite vice versa for me. I mean, I don't need balancing planning for the future and everyday responsibilities. My everyday responsibilities contribute to my future. contribute to my future plans. A very easy example is that now I'm now I'm practicing English. This is my everyday responsibility, my everyday routine, and this is actually contributing into my future English skill, into my future fluency that I'm actually aiming to achieve from my studying. So, uh, not only that, exercising at home, I mean physically training, it's also contributing in my health into the future. 3D animation learning, it's contributing to my future job. Polish language learning, it's the same. It's contributing to my future possible moving, yes, to the other country for the better work opportunities. So everything that I'm doing now, all my responsibilities and routines are not even compatible, but directed to my future plans. So I don't need to look for balance. The only balance that I need to look for is work rest balance or sleep and active time balance, because sometimes I overwork myself, sometimes I don't work enough or giving myself too much slack. Sometimes mm, sometimes I haven't had enough sleep, or on the other hand can oversleep a little. So in my case, my balance is a better adjusting between work time, rest time, and sleeping hours and active hours. I don't need to, as I said, dealing with balance in planning and everyday responsibilities, because it's all aligned in one direction for me. 1 minute, I want to Google one phrasal verb that came up to my head right now. It's not related to the question, it's just phrasal verbs that I heard in one game. And I think it's layoff. Mean. No, it's not. Yes, layoff. Layoff, yes, correct. I guessed correctly. It means that give up or stop doing something. Layoff. Or it also mean firing someone. It's like this discharge a worker temporarily or permanently because of economic conditions or shortage of work. Layoff. Good. Okay, next question. Do you think people are more afraid of failing or of choosing the wrong path? Why? I don't know what people more afraid about, but I could say what I'm afraid about more. And the obvious answer is that I deem that choosing the wrong path have much more bitter and drastic consequences than just failing or making a mistake. I'll explain. For example, if you choose the wrong direction to go on, you're moving into this direction, but then you fail or then you make a mistake. What does it mean? That of course you didn't succeed at the moment, but you have the opportunity to adjust, to change something, to fix your approach, for example, and accept more and accept and implement more suitable approach to what you want, and just simply continue moving on already with experience. Yes, with considerate experience, and even becoming better thanks to this experience. So basically, you fail, you get up, you learn, you consider, you how to say it, you get to the conclusion why you failed, you adjust, and you continue move on into the right direction. So basically, you didn't lose much. You just have been stopped for a little, yes, during the mistake or during the failure. But then you adjusted, as I said, and you continue move on into the right direction. So basically you are moving to the point where you want it to be, either way, with failures or without failures. You just continue moving on into the right direction. It works in a positive way for you. But if you choose the wrong path, the consequences actually are drastic, because at the beginning of your movement, you already moving into the wrong direction for yourself. So you you not only you how to say it, 1 minute, you're not you're not only approaching to your goal, you rather moving far away from it. So it's not even like a zero movement, it's like a negative movement. So basically, it as I'm saying, it having much more negative consequences for you, because it even more negative that you wouldn't do nothing, because you are moving and working in a negative side for you, uh, making you further from the direction, from the point that you uh, wanted to move at the beginning, only because you choose the wrong direction. Yes, it of course we also can consider wrong direction as a mistake, but if we compare just mistake on the right direction and mistake on the wrong and the mistake as the wrong direction, the mistake as choosing the wrong direction have more bitter consequences. It will require for you more time, more energy, and more thinking, just in order to uh, get yourself back on the right path. And it might cost you months, years. Yes, it may cost you months and years. And time is precious, and that's why it's better choose the right route than wrong route, and then adjust yourself to the right route. I think I explained my point quite clearly. The question number 3. If you had to stop doing one daily activity for a month, what do you think would affect you the most? In a negative way? In a negative way, I think 3D animation learning, because from all routines that I'm doing now, I mean Polish, English, exercising, and 3D animation. 3D animation is the most complicated one. It have negative effects even if I stop doing it just for 1 day. It's already have pushback. It's already affects me like a step back. I'm starting to lose my touch with it. That's because it's so hard to do by itself. It's a difficult skill. For instance, if I will forget about English for 2 weeks, and I usually forget about English for 2 weeks because I change English and Polish. I mean, two weeks I'm learning English, 2 weeks I'm learning Polish. So the fact that I'm not engaging in English for 2 weeks doesn't make me. I think it doesn't make me walking backwards. Yes, it just stops. It just stops my improving in this skill, and during this pause when I'm not exercising English, I'm just um, staying at what place. Yes, while I'm improving other skill. So that's how it works with languages for me. But with 3D animation, if I, as I said, if I cease doing it just for 1 day, I feel it like step back, not staying at natural point, not staying at one place. It feels like if I'm not exercising it, I'm taking steps back, and that is why I think 3D animation would season doing 3D animation for 1 month um how will degrade or no, degrade not the right word, but um how we call it. I know this word. Outdate. Let's say staying at do not exercise in 3D animation, it will outdate my skills for this, for the durability. No, not durability. For the duration of this 1 month. Yes, and even make my skills a little bit stiffer and less eloquent in the manner of speaking. Yes, it's like if you're not practicing it daily, you are consistently losing your skill. That's how it works. Okay, I think I answered on this question. Let's move to the next. What does being productive mean to you personally? Oh, I don't like word productive, or at least no. I have no feeling about word productive, but some not very honorable, not very honorable people use this word in order to sell in some uh, successful, productive books and courses, and um, fraud people mostly. Yes, getting their money and giving them motivational products. So that's why the word productive is has a little bit stain on it, thanks to this not very virtuous personalities. But in general, uh, I think productivity is about just it's about proper plan, proper approach, and just simply doing what you need to do on a daily basis. I mean, I need to learn English. I know it. I have a plan, and I'm spending my time during the day according to this plan. I'm learning grammar. I'm practicing speaking. I'm watching something in English. I'm reading something. Yes. So if I did what I planned for myself for the day, I can call this day productive. Yes. This is how it works for me. For example, for today, I have uh, I I've I plan to invest 3 hours in 3D animation. I did it. Also 1 hour in speaking practice. I'm doing it right now, and 1 hour in reading, and I will do it after the speaking practice. So when I finish it, I can call my day productive because I did everything that I planned for today. That's how it works for me. Next question. How has your definition of a good life changed over time? Quite a lot, but not um, not very quite a lot, but not to the extremes. I still think that money is very important. I still think that keeping your integrity and working on your virtues and reducing your vices, it's a good approach to life, and it brings a good life to you in general. Um, I still think that yes, basically I just said what I think. I still think that money is important, time is important, uh, but my approach changed a little into direction of when I was younger. I've been thinking that words. Well, I've been thinking that actually a world around me, of me, a world around me, owe me something, owe me something. But now I think absolutely. Now I think absolutely vice versa, or on the contrary, that I am the one who owe to the world. I am the one who need to contribute to the world in order to make it better and in order to make my life better. Yes. What I mean that by contributing to the world, I will create I will create just better circumstances for myself, something like that. I mean, not like that, but I mean, I'm trying to say that contributing to the world only gives you positive things. Yes, you world doesn't owe you anything. You are the one who owes to the world to contribute into it and make it better. And if you will do it, the world will see it. I mean, everyone will see it, and they will pay you back. They will pay you back in a quantity of what you've done and how much you've done, something like that. And that's why I consider life, and that's why I'm considering that life, and that's why I consider that life is just, just, yes, because the world gives to you what you deserve. The world gives to you uh, equally or proportionally to what you gave to it, to what you contributed to the world. So world simply gives you what you at first contributed to it. And that's why I think life is just. Yes, and when I was younger, I think that I thought very important that I used to think that life isn't fair and everyone or anything or the whole world is somehow owed to me something, but that was a misleading thought. On the contrary, you are the one who need to invest into the world in order to in order to simply get something back. Yes, that was my answer. Or be treated justly and equally. You need to start from yourself. You need to start from yourself. Yes, that's my answer. That's how my definition of a good life changed over time. You contributed. You are contributing to the world, vice versa, contributing equally to you, equally to your effort, equally to your efforts, and everyone is happy. Everyone is in win-win situation. You bring something good to world pays you with goodness back. Next question. If you were given honest feedback about yourself from someone you trust, how would you decide whether to accept it? I don't need someone to give honest feedback about myself right now, and I don't think I would ever ask someone to give honest feedback about myself because people are tend to be mistaken. People are tend to do mistakes, people are tend to be mistaken, and I don't think there is a human being in this world that can judge me 100% accurately and justly. I think it's impossible, and we all different. We all have um, similar. We all have similar realization of or depiction of what is virtue, what is vices, and we just trying to live according to and trying to live and trying to judge according to this approximately 10 or more virtues, yes, or rules for the living, I don't know. Let's call it virtues. We're all trying to judge ourselves and the others according to these appropriate norms. And that's all. That's all. Someone can judge me according to these norms, but I don't think there is any person that would be able to understand all complexity and the all complexity of me in order to give the right definition or statement about me. Only I can. And it works the same to other personalities, to other people. Nobody can judge you fully. I mean, they are simply can't comprehend all your complexity, but they can judge you according to something, um, according to this appropriate, uh, worldly accepted virtues that we created for ourselves as a people in order to become better. Yes, the rules, the rules, the norms, the virtues. That is my answer. How would you decide whether you to accept it? I already said that you have to be careful with it. There is no other person also in the world that are sane. We all have our pros and cons. We all have good sides and bad sides. Someone invested more in a good side, someone invested more in a bad sides, in the virtues and vices. But nobody is perfect. So no need to trust someone to no need to trust on someone to judge you, to comprehend you fully. This is my answer. The next question. Do you think technology has changed the way people reflect on their lives? In what way? Yes, of course. Yes, of course. For example, I personally use ChatGPT sometimes to help me to reconsider some actions, to get to the right conclusion, to discuss some things that I'm not sure about. Yes, just in order to reflect and to understand what is the right thing to do and what is need to be changed, what is not very right thing to do or false thing to do. Yeah. That's how I use technologies to reflect. How other people use it, uh, I don't know. Probably someone as me also use ChatGPT to reconsider some things or to analyze situations in order to bring the best conclusion. But I think generally people, for example, very easy example. Sorry for repeating myself. Very easy instance is that, for example, you can watch TV show or movie and compare yourself to the heroes, analyze their actions and compare them to yourself, and through it reconsider your own life, your own values, your own outlook. Yes, you just without technologies, people interact with each other and reflecting on themselves through mirroring with other people. Now you can mirror, now you can imitate this real human connection through the art, through the movies, through the books, through other stories. Yes, you can relate, you can reflect, and that's how it works. Yes, just technology, as I usually like to say, uh, brings more opportunities to the person. Technology isn't disadvantage. You decide how to use technology, and if you will use technologies right, you will get much more advantages from them than possible disadvantages. Yes. The next question: what situations usually push people to discover their real priorities? What situation usually push people to discover their real priorities? Difficult situations, traumas, breakups, um, stress, sometimes crucial situations for living. Many things. Hardships, yes. Usually it's some kind of hardship. Sometimes more easy, sometimes more harder, but these situations um, push us to reconsider our values in life, our approach in life, and even helps us to open eyes on what we really want. For example, breakup. Yeah, you could go through very rough breakup in a relations, but on the long run, it will help you to understand why you break up with the person or why the person break up with you and what you really want from the relations, what relations you want to build, and what not ideals, but what ideas and values you want to have or want to build or want to state into the relationships with other person, what actually you're building. And you will reflect on it thanks to the negative experience, actually. And that's how it works. So, this is my answer. Hardships, with the proper considering later, helps people to become better and push them to discover their real priorities. Next question. If you had to choose between security and freedom, which would you learn? If you had to choose between security and freedom, which would you lean toward and why? Good. Before I answer on this question, I want to Google what's the difference between towards and toward. Difference. There is no difference in meaning. Towards and towards both mean in the direction of, but their usage differs by region. Toward without the s is a standard. It's a standard. It's a standard in American English, while towards with s is more common in British English. Okay, I've got it. Okay, if you had to choose between security and freedom, which would you lean towards and why? I think there is no such thing. I think there is no such thing in our life, in our reality, as absolute uh, security. Life is very fragile. The fact that people are create the societies, create social norms, adjusting the social rules to make uh, to make most people life adjust social rules in order to make uh, the well-being of community. All the things are improving during the time, and I think we get these years of improving of society. We get even more secure and more security in general to our life. For example, at least we protected for criminals, we protected from wars, we protected by medical care, and yes, things like that. We protect by strong economic, we protect by strong economics, we protect by strong governments, we protect by strong regulations. This is truth, but life never been secure by itself. Life is very fragile thing, and when we've been living in a primal world, death was being something absolutely natural for us. Like you go for a hunt, but you get killed by a bear, or you get killed by hunger, or you didn't build enough, or you didn't build a proper shelter, and you just simply froze, and you just simply froze to death. That's how life works. Yes, or you had a conflict with someone and he killed you, or he killed him, and then someone from his relatives killed you. It's difficult. It's difficult. Life is difficult in that sense, and life by itself is very fragile. But on the other hand, life is beautiful thanks to this. Life is beautiful by itself, and understanding that this is fragile make you value it more, make you value your time more, and helps you to do the actions that you need to do, and fight with your fear. Yes, it helps you to make actions that you need to do in spite of the fear or other circumstances, because you understand that life is fragile, time is limited, and you need to do as much as possible before this before this beauty and everything will end. But the question was not about that. I move astray a little from the point. What situation usually push? No. If you had choose between security and freedom. So my point was that there is no such thing as enough security in our life, and it's never gonna be. Yes, always gonna be a risk factors to our living, and we will always be in some sort of danger. We just can, we just can reduce this risk factor. We just can reduce these risks factors. That's how actually we. No. The only thing that we can do is reduce these risks factors for our living, but we can't fully erase them and made our living fully secure. So security is not an option. But what about freedom? Freedom is actually what makes you, in my perspective, in my perspective, freedom it's actually what makes you feel alive. When you are free to be truth to yourself, when you are free to do what you need to do, when you can choose the path that you will throughout in your life. All this makes you feel simply alive, simply a real being, an alive, simply a living being. Yes, that's what I'm trying to say. So my answer is, if the fuel security is not an option, there is always be danger, and life by itself is a very fragile thing. Better to have freedom in order to make your time, even if it's short time, to make your time, even if it would be short time, count. Yes, count. Make it simply the best time of your life. And you can get it thanks to the freedom. So that's why I'm choosing freedom, because feeling alive is much more important than just being secure, but on the other hand, being depressed for the whole period of your existing. Better to be free, better to live the life than being depressed and suffer. This is my answer. Even if freedom means high risks, it makes you fulfilled in life. Security doesn't make you fulfilled. Security makes you feel longer. Security makes you live longer, but freedom makes you fulfilled in your life. And I think fulfillment is more important, because life it's only 80, 100 years actually, from even from 60 to 80 years in general. So if you will end up in a 50 years, 60 years, it's not so sad actually, if all these years before you've been living according to your own will with freedom and have no regrets about the way how you spend your time. This is more important than just simply existing. That is my answer. Question number 10. When you think about the future, what worries you more, making mistakes or missing opportunities? When I'm thinking about the future, the thing that worries me the most is that I didn't get to it. That I simply didn't get enough time to get to my future. That I wouldn't be on time. Yes. To put it correctly, in order you to understand me, is that I don't have worries about my skills. I don't have worries about my routines. I don't doubt myself that eventually I will be able to get the proper job, the fluency in languages. I'm not worried about that. I understand that I'm capable of. If I will work on it, eventually I will get it. Yes, I will make my life absolutely. I will make my life absolutely real for me, absolutely truthful, happy. I don't know. I just will make it real for me. Yes, I realize my goals, my my things that I want in life. I'm not doubting. I'm not doubting myself. I'm worried about time. I'm worried about that I wouldn't have enough time to get to all of this. Yes, that's I'm worried about. I'm worried about time, not about my, not about myself, and not about my skills or plans or things like that. Not about myself, but about the time itself. That I simply wouldn't have enough time to throw it. To throw it. Correct?
Thread.
Thread. No, 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 no. I forget this word. I need to Google it. Throat, по-моему. Or threat. Throat. Throat. No. Walk. Walk. Synonym. Stroll. Saunter. Amble. Plot. Hike. Tramp. Track. March. Troop. Patrol. Step out. Wander. Ramble. Tread. Tread. Yes, tread.
Tread.
Tread. Tread. Three forms. Tread. Trod. Trodden. Yes. Correct. So I'm worried about time, but I'm worried about time itself, not about my abilities. Yes, this is what I'm worrying about. And this was all 10 questions from ChatGPT. I've been talking for 33 minutes, quite a good result for a speaking practice. And I think I'm not gonna overdo it for today. I'm gonna take a rest from speaking practice and go to the reading practice right away, right now, right away, right now. I think right now. So, thank you for watching and see you in the next speaking practice video. Thanks for your time, attention, and uh, simply see you. Yeah, see you in the next. Goodbye for today. Have a proper rest. If you are already finished what you've been doing and have a rest time. Sorry. Again, thank you for watching and see you in the next practice. Thank you for watching and see you in the next speaking practice video. Bye for today.